It is a journey through the Bible with Mukhwana Isaac. I want to thank you for always being attentive, for following these episodes that I prepare for us. And I will ask you to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Yesterday, in episode 28, we saw God telling Moses to go and redeem his people, and we saw this during the burning bush. Today I want us to look at God punishing the Egyptians for refusing to let the Israelites go free. Moses went to Pharaoh with his brother Aaron and he asked in God's name to allow the Israelites to go from the land. Pharaoh refused because he did not want to lose all these unpaid workers. Remember, when I handled the Israelites in Egypt, these people reached time and they were suffering. The Egyptians said, let us give them work such that they may die. But instead of dying, they became strong and stronger each and every day. So they became, they were doing a lot of work. Some were paid little, and sometimes they were not paid. But here we are looking at them as unpaid workers. So they looked at losing that free labor. But Moses warned him that plagues would come upon the land if he did not let the Israelites go. But of course, Pharaoh refused to listen to him and made the Israelites work much harder. The more they begged, the more he was hard and made them work much more harder. God then punished the Egyptians. The first 9 plagues, that is the river Nile turning red and undrinkable, plagues of frogs going everywhere, mosquito flies, cattle disease, boils, hail, destroying crops and trees, locusts, darkness, were not extraordinary in Egypt. They were normal. But what was extraordinary was the way in which they happened. You see, they were foretold by Moses, and they began at his word, acting in what? In God's name, and they ended as he foretold. They came quickly, one after another, with such strength as had never been known before. The Israelites themselves did not suffer from them. God on the same occasion, actually on this occasion and on many other occasions in the future, simply used the ordinary happenings of nature to carry out his plan. All of these signs of God's power helped the Israelites to trust in God. They understood that God was certainly watching over them. Yes? And so the Egyptians hated the Israelites more and more after each of these plagues. Then God sent Moses to Pharaoh with the most frightening message of all, that he would pass through Egypt at midnight, and all the firstborn of the Egyptians would die, and Pharaoh would not let the Israelites go. And that is where we get what we call the Passover. And so tomorrow we shall look at the Paschal meal, the meal they shared. Yes, it was now time for the Israelites to leave the land of slavery. But of course, it happened, a number of things transpired. These people were not willing to let them go, but of course God showed them his hand. God can do anything in his powers. My brother, my sister, never compare yourself to God and say, this God can't do this. He can do it. And by the way, God uses ordinary things, but they happen in an extraordinary way. I have been Mukhwana Isaac with the journey through the Bible. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. We'll link up tomorrow in episode 30. Be blessed.